The political landscape in Tamil Nadu is clearing up in the run-up to the general elections. A day after Jayalalitha inked an alliance with the CPI, the much-anticipated tie-up with Prakash Karat was signed earlier today. The alliance expects to duplicate its success in the 2011 assembly polls when it garnered more than 40% of the popular vote in the state. What it also does is create a third front in the state, which may manifest itself onto the national stage at a later stage.
I am happy to announce that the All India DMK and the Communist Party of India Marxist have decided to enter into an alliance to face the forthcoming Lok Sabha elections together. And we expect that this alliance will be very successful.
The All India DMK and the Communist Party of India Marxist have agreed to work jointly and have an understanding for the forthcoming Lok Sabha elections. And we are confident that this alliance will ensure success in Tamil Nadu, and we also contribute to providing an alternative in the country also. So we are very glad that we have arrived at this understanding today.
Prem Vada joining us from Chennai. Prem Vada, it is clear now that there are going to be four major groupings. You have the AIA-DMK Left Alliance, next is the BJP grouping, and then of course there's the Karunanidhi camp, and finally the Congress party. But my question really is that with this alliance, are we also looking at the much speculated resurrection of Jayalalitha's prime ministerial dream?
Absolutely. We have seen that she's been dreaming for the prime ministerial post for quite some time. I would say at least a year, because last year I remember at the General Council meeting, she set the stage by saying that the ADMK will contest all the seats alone and we should target Delhi. That's the message she sent out to her cadres a year back. And later on, it was a step-by-step move. She supported D. Raja's candidature. And then, of course, we know in the recent General Council election also, all her party cadres came out with a resolution saying that a Tamilian should become the Prime Minister. Of course, today while speaking to the media, she said the question of Prime Ministerial candidate doesn't arise, not just for her party, for any other party, probably hinting out how BJP has already announced the Prime Ministerial candidate. And we also know that for quite some time, for almost 7 to 8 months, she's been maintaining a stoic silence about Narendra Modi ever since he was announced as the Prime Ministerial candidate, putting her into the race, putting her into the ring, also clearly say making the third friend dreams come true and making the left parties, which could be bringing in a lot of regional parties together, hoping that the left party leaders will pitch for her prime ministerial candidate. And we did see A.B. Bardhan talk about Jayalalitha becoming the prime minister yesterday. Of course, today, before Prakash Karat could say anything, Jayalalitha said that the talk doesn't arise now.
The talk doesn't arise now. We have T.S. Sudhir, Editor South, also on the phone line with us. Sudhir, it is quite clear that Jayalalitha might just dismiss talks of, being one of the prime ministerial candidates. But looking outside Tamil Nadu, what kind of an impact will this alliance have on the third front and on Jayalalitha's prime ministerial ambitions?
Well, the BJP has always dismissed the third front as a mirage that is chased once in every 5 years. But as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, the Amma for PM pitch has definitely galvanized the AIDMK cadre, which now has something substantial to work towards. Remember, the slogan that they had announced in December was Fort St. George to Red Fort. So in that sense, the Chennai Express is ready to roll into New Delhi. But obviously, it also needs to carry many more bogies of various other parties like the Janata Dal Secular or the left parties, or perhaps even Mulayam Singh Yadav. And there are leaders with different ambitions of their own kind. So whether Jayalalitha is able to reconcile all those different parties with their own different ideologies and bring them onto a common platform of a federal front, that's going to be a tough call, which is why perhaps now they do not want to talk about who will be the Prime Minister after 2014 elections. But for now, they would hope to ensure that the non-BJP, non-Congress votes really fall into their kitty, have somewhere between 125 to 150 Lok Sabha seats to play with, and then perhaps bargain with whoever is the other Congress or the BJP if they fall dramatically short of numbers, to perhaps cobble up another united front kind of an experiment in Delhi.
Okay, T.S. Sudhir and Prem Vada, thanks so much for joining us. On that note,